Your dog is standing in the hallway, completely still. You say his name once, then again. His ears barely move. His eyes are fixed on a blank wall, as if something is there, something only he can see. And for a moment, you may laugh it off. Maybe there is a bug. Maybe he heard something inside the wall. Maybe old dogs just do strange things. But the frightening part is not always what your dog is looking at. Sometimes it is what your dog is no longer able to find. Because when a senior dog begins staring at walls, corners, doors, or empty spaces, it can be one of the earliest signs that something inside his aging brain is changing. Not suddenly, not dramatically, not like in the movies, but quietly, in tiny moments that most owners explain away until the pattern becomes impossible to ignore. And this is where many people make a mistake. They think, he's just getting old. But old age by itself is not a diagnosis. A senior dog may stare at the wall because he hears something. He may do it because his vision is fading. He may do it because he is confused. And in some cases, he may be having a small neurological episode that looks nothing like the seizures people imagine. So before you panic, and before you ignore it, you need to understand what this behavior can mean, what signs usually come with it, and the one detail that tells you when it is time to call the vet. Let's start with the least scary possibility. Dogs notice things we don't. A senior dog may stare at a wall because he hears a faint scratching sound inside it, smells moisture, notices a shadow, or sees a tiny insect moving near the baseboard. Even if your dog is older, his senses may still catch things your human brain filters out. Sometimes the explanation really is simple. A pipe clicks, a mouse moves, light from a car passes across the room, a fan creates a moving shadow, and your dog, even at 12 or 13 years old, locks onto it like a detective. But here is the first difference. If your dog is staring because he noticed something, he usually looks alert. His ears may move, his nose may twitch, he may turn his head when you call him. He may walk toward the spot, sniff it, paw at it, then move on. The moment has a reason, even if you cannot see it. But when the stare becomes empty, repetitive, or strangely disconnected, that is when the story changes. A senior dog with cognitive decline may not be staring at the wall because something is there. He may be staring because, for a few seconds, his brain has lost the map of the room. Think about how your dog has moved through your house for years. He knows where the couch is. He knows where the water bowl is. He knows the sound of your footsteps, the shape of the hallway, the corner where he likes to sleep. He does not need to think about the house. The house is inside him. But in some older dogs, that inner map begins to fade. This condition is often called canine cognitive dysfunction. Many people compare it to dementia in humans, though it is not exactly the same. It is a gradual decline in the way a dog's brain processes memory, orientation, sleep, behavior, and interaction. And one of the most heartbreaking signs is disorientation. That word sounds clinical, but in real life, it looks like this. Your dog walks into a room and seems to forget why he went there. He stands facing a corner and doesn't know how to back out. He goes to the wrong side of the door and waits near the hinges instead of the opening. He gets trapped behind a chair that he used to walk around easily. He stares at a wall, not with curiosity, but with a strange stillness, almost as if the room has stopped making sense. And because these moments can last only a few seconds at first, owners often miss them. They say, "He's just sleepy. He's just being weird. He's always been a little quirky. He's old now." But the pattern matters. If the wall staring happens once and everything else is normal, it may not mean much. But if it starts happening more often, especially in a dog who is also acting confused at night, pacing, whining, sleeping at odd hours, or forgetting routines, then it becomes something worth taking seriously. And there is another detail many owners do not connect. Senior dogs with cognitive decline often change at night first. During the day, your dog may seem mostly normal. He may eat. He may wag his tail. He may recognize you. He may still enjoy walks. But when the house gets quiet and the lights go down, his brain has fewer signals to guide him. Shadows become strange. Rooms feel unfamiliar. Silence becomes confusing. That is when some dogs begin pacing from room to room. They may stand in the hallway. They may stare at the wall. They may bark at nothing. They may wake you up at 2 or 3 in the morning, not because they need anything specific, but because they feel lost. This is one of the reasons wall staring can feel so unsettling. It is not just the staring. It is the feeling that your dog is present, but not fully connected to the moment. And then, a minute later, he may come back to himself. He may look at you, wag his tail, and seem normal again. That is why people delay getting help. The dog has good moments, maybe even good days. But cognitive decline does not always appear as one big collapse. It often arrives as little cracks in normal life, a stare that lasts too long, a familiar room that suddenly feels unfamiliar, a dog who used to sleep peacefully, now wandering in circles at night, a dog who used to ask to go outside, now having accidents indoors, a dog who used to greet family members, now seeming distant or anxious, a dog who gets stuck near furniture, behind doors, or in corners. And when several of these signs appear together, the wall staring becomes more than a strange habit. It becomes part of a bigger message. But now we need to pause, because this is where another mistake happens. Not every senior dog who stares at a wall has dementia. Sometimes, staring can be connected to vision problems. Older dogs may develop cataracts, retinal disease, or other changes that make the world blurry, dim, or distorted. A wall may not look like a wall anymore. A shadow may look like movement. A doorway may blend into the background. Your dog may stop trusting what he sees. A dog with poor vision may stare at contrast, light, or motion. He may hesitate before going down steps. He may bump into objects when the furniture is moved. He may become more clingy, especially in unfamiliar places. He may seem worse at night because low light makes everything harder. Sometimes the issue is hearing. A dog who is losing hearing may stare because he is trying to locate a sound. He hears vibration or direction poorly. So instead of turning accurately toward the noise, he freezes and focuses in the wrong place. To you, it looks like he is staring at nothing. To him, he may be trying to solve a puzzle his ears no longer explain clearly. And sometimes, the cause is pain. A dog in discomfort may behave in ways that seem unrelated. Arthritis, neck pain, back pain, dental pain, or even abdominal discomfort can make a dog withdraw, freeze, stare, or act unusually quiet. Senior dogs are very good at hiding pain. They may not cry. They may not limp dramatically. Instead, they may stop doing normal things. They may seem distant. They may stare. They may avoid being touched. But there is one possibility that owners often do not recognize at all. A senior dog staring at a wall could be having a focal seizure. When most people hear the word seizure, they imagine a dog falling over, shaking, drooling, and losing control of the body. That can happen. But not all seizures look like that. Some are subtle. A focal seizure may affect only part of the brain, and the signs can be strange, brief, and easy to misread. A dog may freeze, stare into space, snap at invisible things, lick the air, twitch one side of the face, move the jaw repeatedly, seem absent or unreachable for a short time. then return to normal as if nothing happened. If your senior dog stares at the wall and does not respond to his name, does not react to touch, seems dazed afterward, drools, trembles, circles, collapses, or has repeated episodes, that is not something to brush off as old age. That is a reason to contact your veterinarian. And there are other red flags too. If the staring begins suddenly, if your dog presses his head against the wall, if he walks in circles, if he has trouble standing, if his head tilts, if his eyes move strangely, if he seems blind overnight, if he vomits, collapses, stops eating, or has a dramatic personality change, do not wait and watch for weeks. Those signs may point to something more urgent. Head pressing is especially important to understand. A dog simply staring at a wall is one thing, but a dog pressing his head into a wall, corner, or object as if he is pushing against it can be a serious neurological warning sign. That is not quirky behavior. That deserves prompt veterinary attention. So what should you do if your senior dog is staring at the wall? The first thing is simple, but powerful. Record it. Take out your phone and film the episode. Do not just tell the vet, he stares sometimes. Show the vet exactly what happens. Record how long it lasts. Say his name during the video. Show whether he responds. Show what his eyes, ears, mouth, and body are doing. Does he seem stiff? Does he blink? Does he track your hand? Does he come back when touched? Does he look confused afterward? A video can help your veterinarian separate a behavioral change from a vision problem, pain response, cognitive issue, or possible seizure. The second thing is to write down the pattern. When does it happen? Morning, afternoon, or night? Is it always the same wall? Does it happen after sleep? After eating? After exercise? Does your dog seem anxious? Does he pace before or after? Does he have accidents indoors? Is he sleeping more during the day and less at night? Is he getting stuck in corners? Is he barking at empty spaces? Is he forgetting familiar routines? These details matter because cognitive decline is not diagnosed from one stare. It is understood from the whole pattern of the dog's life. And the third thing is to book a veterinary checkup, especially if this is new or increasing. A good veterinarian may want to rule out other causes first. That can include pain, vision loss, hearing loss, infections, metabolic problems, blood pressure issues, organ disease, neurological disease, or medication effects. This is important because some problems that look like old dog confusion can be treated or managed much better if found early. And even when the cause is cognitive decline, there may still be ways to help. No one wants to hear that their dog's brain is aging, but knowing early can make your dog's life softer, safer, and less frightening. For example, dogs with cognitive changes often do better with routine. Feed at predictable times. Keep the water bowl in the same place. Avoid rearranging furniture. Use night lights in hallways. Keep pathways clear. Block stairs if your dog is unsteady. Use rugs or mats if slippery floors make him nervous. Make the house easier to understand. You are not just decorating your home. You are building signs for a brain that is losing its map. Gentle exercise can help too. Not exhausting exercise. Not pushing an old dog beyond his body. But slow walks, sniffing time, simple games, food puzzles that are not too difficult, and calm interaction can give the brain stimulation without overwhelming it. And perhaps most important, do not punish confusion. If your senior dog has an accident indoors after years of being trained, he is not being stubborn. If he wakes you up at night, he is not trying to annoy you. If he stares at the wall and ignores your voice, He may not be choosing to ignore you. He may be lost for a moment. This is where your role changes. When your dog was young, you trained him to understand your world. You taught him where to go, when to sit, how to walk beside you, how to live inside a human home. But when he becomes old, sometimes you have to become part of his world. You become the routine. You become the calm voice. You become the familiar touch. You become the path back from the wall. And if this is making you think of something your own dog has been doing lately, stay with this channel, because the signs of aging in dogs are often quiet before they become obvious. The sooner you recognize them, the more comfort you can give your dog while he still understands that comfort. The truth is, a senior dog staring at the wall is not automatically a tragedy. Sometimes it is nothing. Sometimes it is a sound, a shadow, a smell, or a tired old dog having a strange moment. But when it repeats, when it comes with confusion, when it happens at night, when your dog seems trapped, distant, or unreachable, it may be his way of showing you that the world is becoming harder to navigate. And that is the part that changes everything. Because your dog may not be staring at a ghost. He may not be seeing something supernatural. He may not be trying to scare you. He may be standing in a room he has known for 10 years, and for a few seconds, he cannot find his way through it. So do not shame him. Do not ignore him. Watch him. Record the moment. Look for the pattern. Talk to your vet. And then make his world simpler, warmer, and easier to return to. Because one day, when your old dog looks at the wall and seems far away, your voice may be the thing that brings him back. Not because it fixes everything, but because, even when the map inside him begins to fade, you are still one of the places he remembers.